Hello everybody, this is Chris with Right Time Capital Group. Today is December 30th, 2012, and you're watching part 1 of the Ichimoku Weekend Update. Please take a moment to pause your screen and read over the disclaimer. And just heading into the market, part 1, just like last week, is the dollar pairs. Part 2, I will cover some yen pairs and equities, and also some commodities. Alright, so taking a look at Aussie dollar, I'm keeping my eye on Aussie dollar for potential shorts. What I want to see is price break below this support. All right, we have price action created a floor for support around 103.47, around 103.45. So if we get a 4-hour close before that, I'll be looking for short opportunities. Not only am I looking for short opportunities on a 4-hour chart, but if you take a look at the daily, we had a bearish Tenkan Kijun crossover, and what I'm waiting for is that close below the daily Kumo. All right, so if we get that break below the daily Kumo, we will also get that break below the 4-hour floor support. All right, so we have the 4-hour and a daily both giving us bearish signals if indeed we get that. All right, let's look at Kiwi dollar. Kiwi dollar, also looking for short opportunities. However, looking more so on a resistance at the Kijun around 0.8232. Depending on where the market opens, we'll be looking to short it around these levels on the daily chart. Similar to Aussie, is trading within the Kumo. So if we get that break below, looking for a risk to really lose some ground to the dollar. Not really showing anything on a daily chart, so to keep my eye on a 4-hour. So that's with Kiwi, looking for a retest before I sell around 82.30 or around 0.8232. On a daily chart for Kiwi, looking for that break below the cloud for more bearish sentiment. So that being said, let's see what the dollar is doing. And if we take a look at dollar CAD, we can see the pair is making higher highs on a 4-hour chart. However, pair is capped by a descending trend line. Okay, so when I see that, what I also see is though that price is threatening to close above this descending trend line, and we also may be getting bullish Tenkan Kijun crossover. And because this crossover is happening within the cloud, all right, it's considered a medium crossover, indicating that there's probably a more chance, a higher probability that we might get that bullish close above this descending trend line. So with that close above the descending trend line, we should be looking for longs on this pair. All right, but because we don't have a definite level on a 4-hour chart, we will be looking towards the daily chart for that close. Let's take a look at euro dollar. Euro dollar not really showing us anything. We have right now prices within the cloud, and I'm expecting some consolidation this week. Last week we really didn't get the consolidation until Friday, like Thursday, Friday. Alright, but with the New Year's coming up, and with many countries celebrate and participate in New Year activities, I'm expecting the market to move a little slow, low volatility. I'll be keeping a close eye on the average true range to see where we are. A close eye on that. Alright, let me just exit that. Make sure I'm still recording, which I am. I am still recording. Good. Alright, so we'll be keeping a close eye on the average true range. We have on a 1-hour chart, as you can see, with the consolidation that I mentioned, the last few hours before the close on Friday was just sideways movement. Alright, if we're looking for a bullish crossover, or better yet, a bullish sentiment, we need price to break above this descending trend line on the 4-hour chart. All right, we have support at 103.65, which is the daily Kijun. not only would a break above this trend line on the 4-hour chart prove to be a more bullish sentiment, but indeed also a break above this 1-hour Kumo will also help out. Take a look at pound dollar. Just try to get rid of this. Okay, I can't. Yes, I could. Pound dollar. Excuse me. We have price right now at a descending trend line. All right. Not only the descending trend line, but it's also hitting the 4-hour Kumo. All right, for some resistance along with the Kijun. So major resistance around this level for pound dollar. However, we did get that break above the hourly Kumo, but we could see price come back and test the 20 EMA along with this flat Kumo top or the flat Kumo bottom, which acts as gravity. It tends to pull price action towards it before either bouncing back to the upside or breaking below. And because we have a thin Kumo, all right, we can't put anything past this, so we can't just assume that it's gonna come back, retest this support, and bounce to the upside. Because the Kumo is so thin, it could just fall right through. All right, and not only do we have that a flat Kumo bottom on the 1-hour chart, but we also have the flat Kumo bottom or flat Kumo top on the daily chart as well. So we want to just be careful what we do if indeed you're looking to take this as a short opportunity from this descending trend line and the Kijun and the Kumo all acting as a resistance level. Then you might want to make sure that you get out around the 106.67 area, which is not bad at all. It could be a good day trade. You hold it for one day. If we get another bearish candle, then that's a good level to bring them to scale back and to collect profits. Euro dollar. All right, let's take a look at dollar single. Matter of fact, let's take a look at the dollar index. Let's see what we could tell from looking at the dollar index. Let me just delete this. Dollar index still looks bearish right now. It's below the cloud on a daily chart. On a 4-hour chart, it broke above the 4-hour cloud, but quickly it came back. Right now, we could look at the Kijun as a good support area. All right, so if indeed the dollar index continue to fall, then you might want to see that break. Because the dollar goes down, then obviously looking at euro and a pound, then we might see that break above this resisting trend line, and you might see a break above pound dollar, this resisting trend line as well. So when you do your correlations and you see that the dollar index is in the bearish sentiment, is below the daily cloud, then you might want to anticipate a close above any resistance areas. However, if you want to play it safe and you want to take, let's say, this short right here on pound dollar, then you would get out on the very next close above the trend line. Or if we're going through a consolidation phase, it might not bode well for your trade, and you might want to get out if that's the case as well. All right, well, that's some of the dollar crosses. Oh, and dollar yen, of course. Excuse me. Dollar yen right now. All right, very overextended. You have on the hourly, that might be the best chart that we could look at. All right, we have price touched the thick 1-hour Kumo support. All right, on a 4-hour chart, we have support at 85.23. All right, so let's see if dollar yen continue. It's gonna start making lower lows. Let's see if it topped out at 86.62. All right, so 85.23 is where we have support on the 4-hour chart for dollar yen, and 85.11 followed by 84.15 is where we have support for dollar yen on the daily chart. All right, well, this is part 1 of the video of the weekend update for Ichimoku. Please look towards part 2 to cover some yen pairs, some commodities, and some equities. Thank you for watching, and good luck trading, everybody.